welcome back to another video. Right, so what we're going to do today is I want to make some nice pretty floral spring nails. I want to use green for the background, and then I want to do like the coloured flowers over the top, but I want to do the flowers using Mordda palettes, and I know we've all got them. These are, I've condensed my Mordda palettes into these, which I bought from AliExpress. I only got a couple of them because I weren't too sure of the sizes and how many I'd get in, but I can get 2 palettes in each, because it was just getting a bit much, you know, having them all like all lined up when you needed one colour from one and one from another. So I've condensed those, and then we have those colours in that one. I'm going to be getting some more of these for the rest, so I've got all the purples and there's like an extra white in there, and then this one is a new one that I got, which has got like all the little, they've all got like little pieces of glitter in. Not entirely sure which one. I know I'm definitely going to be using these two. For the background, I've also been playing with inks, so I did something like that, and I was thinking of doing something like that on maybe 1 or 2 with a little bit of glitter in, and then a couple of flowers. I had a play, and I've done those. Like I say, I'm no artist, I'm not good at this, so this is me practicing, and we'll see what works and what doesn't. I also seen Sue, Nails by Sue. She did some stunning flowers, some wisteria, and she used these. So let's play. Now, because I don't know why, to me when someone says spring, I just think of green and pink, or green, pink and lilacs and stuff. So oh god, put them there. So I've got a couple of greens from Born Pretty. That one that is just spring grass. That's CGO 22 and that's CGO 32. I think I'm going to use that one for the background of the marble, and that one I'll use that one at somewhere. Milky Jelly, because I don't want anything to be so bright. And then I've got this glitter, which is a Shade one. It just says number 2. I think I got them in, they did them in like pairs, where you got the cream colour and the glitter, but I thought that one matched quite well. And then the inks that I have, these I got a set of 10. Now I've had these about a year, and as you can see, I haven't used them. So yeah, you get like, they're all like the pastel colours, the purple, pinks and all that. But I've got like this tealy one, and that sort of, that lighter green there. The white that comes in that set I'm not too keen on, so I'm using the Born Pretty white. And then for the Mordda palette, if I need something to be a little bit thinner so I can paint better with it, because they are really thick gels, they're really good for texture and everything, but if you don't necessarily want that, I just mix a little bit of this in, and it thins it. So I'm going to do these two, and I'm going to do them with this background, because I think I'm going to do that marble on these. So I'm only going to do 1 coat of this green. I haven't base coated these. I've only used acid-free nail primer. These are just going to be like a little design, that's all. They're not press-ons or anything. But it is a really pretty colour. It's kind of like the jadey colour, but not the gel. It's not jelly. I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry if you can hear me washing machine going off in the background as well, but it's got to be done. Oh, and there you go, it's just finished. Right, so there's those two. Put them into cure. So they've had one coat. And then I want to do yeah, I'll do milky white on these three, because if anything it'll give us some opacity. Is that the right word? So I'll do 2 coats of the milky white. No, I won't. I'll just do 1 coat of the milky white, and then I'll be back. Okay. Right, so I'm going to give these a good shake, and I'm going to go in with the white first. I'm not going to take off any tacky layer or anything. I'm just going to do that. Now, ink, when you're doing art on nails, it's obviously it's air dry, it's really thin, so it's not going to bulk out or anything like that. Make sure I give them a good shake. My nerves go when I get these out though, in case I knock them. Now I've said that, I'm going to do it, aren't I? And it'll be on camera, so I'll never forget it. So just squiggle them down, do the lid up, and then what brush did I use? Oh, that was it. So I've got this brush. I'm going to get alcohol. Obviously they're alcohol inks. Soak the brush in there, dab a little bit off, and then I'm just going to pat along where the edges of those like swirly bits are on both sides, and it will sort of blend out itself. And it's all about you know, like layers and depth. So do your design, let it dry, because once the alcohol evaporates into the air, the ink is dry for you to go over with your base coat, top coat. If you're going to matte top coat, I would base coat first, because matte top coat might pull it off. So just go along this bit. And like I say, I have had these inks for absolutely ages. I don't even think they're on Temu anymore. The Shay J brand, and they actually, instead of saying blooming, instead of saying blooming liquid, it says blogming. So I'm going to leave that first one like that. That looks quite cool, doesn't it? And then while that one dries, I'll do this one. So I'm just going to do the same with this, just going along the outside of where the green swirls are, and it sort of blends itself into that white underneath. Like I say, the white that came in this set I'm not overly keen on. It didn't seem to be manipulated very well. This one's off the Born Pretty website. It was only a couple of pounds, but it's actually really, really good. But I do need to get some more, you know, like of your primary colours, because the other set that I've got is an E-Nail Couture one, and they're neons. So I could do with getting some like reds, browns, dark blues, because this set's all like your pastel colours. So that's going to be my next purchase. Now I've figured out a little bit of what I'm doing. those hard edges there on that white. Just tap in a little bit of alcohol and it'll spread them. Right, so I'm going to let that one dry. Clean that off properly with acetone because it does build up in the bristles and doesn't necessarily come off in the alcohol. So I think that actually looks quite good. Make sure it's dry. Actually, I need to put some sparkle in there, don't I? So I'm going to get some of these bits of glitter, and you need a little bit. Actually, yeah, no, it's okay. Just going to get a little brush. Just going to tap some little bits. Obviously, we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up soon as well. So, green is good. Some sparkle down there. I know it looks a bit odd at the minute, but when we go over with the next layer, it'll look okay. So I'm going to cure that. I'll do the same on that one and then I'll be back. Okay, so there's both of those cured and the ink is dry. And then I'm going to get this milky jelly and I'm going to do a really thin coat. So I'm going to put some on and then pull it. Like that. So it's sort of so you can still see everything. And then I'm going to cure. Do this one as well. Pull it right thin. This is where you need to make sure the ink underneath is totally dry. So there's that one. So I'll let them cure for the full 60. Then on so the middle one, actually I'm going to give another coat of the milky jelly, and then I'm going to do the glitter fading up from the bottom. Oops. And then I think I'll do I'm going to do some full of this glitter over these two. I mean, these polishes, I've got a pink and a purple one as well from this brand from Temu. They are so packed with glitters. You just need to make sure that you spread them out. I'll probably do 2 coats as well, to be fair. And then I will go over with a base coat just to sort of smooth it out for what we're going to do next. I didn't want to add any like pink backgrounds because I'm going to use that for the flowers. And I mean, I'm no artist. These flowers are probably going to end up huge, let's be honest. But I'm determined I'm going to learn how to do this year. Determined. Right. Oh, stuck to my hand. Okay. So that's them cured with the milky white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over with the white again. Over where we've done those dark veins. Like that. And then just blend them in a little bit. Just careful it doesn't like all pull to the edges. I'm literally just tapping that little sort of line where it dried itself when I first put it on. We don't want no sort of solid blocks. Right, so there we go. I'll let that one dry. And then once these are dry, I will go over with a base coat. And the last time I did use the lighter green, but I don't know if I want to on these. I quite like them like that. Yep. So I'm just going to let them sit and dry. Okay, so second coat of this glitter. And I don't want to just pile it on, I'm still pulling it quite thick, but I do want, because I still want some of the milky white background to come through, but I want it to still be covered in sparkles. So that's perfect, because obviously we're going to be painting on top of that, aren't we? Okay, so I'll just do second coat on this, then I'll base coat them, and then I will be right back. Okay, so they've had 2 coats of glitter, and then I've faded that glitter up on the middle one. And I'm just going to go over these now with the Born Pretty 6-in-1. I'm not going to do a massively thick coat, but this will go in between all of those little shards of glitter and give us a smoother background to work on. I mean, you could top coat these and buff them. I probably would if they were press-ons, just to make sure that they are nice and smooth. And there's the two marble ones being base coated. I'm going to go over this one, even though this has only had it feathered on as well, but I want that all to be nice and smooth. Because it's the flowers that I want to look like they've got texture on more than anything. It's got a bit that's sticking up there as well, that's going to annoy me. But we're going with it. Yeah, I've never normally been a green person. Like, never really liked the colour green, but I'm just seeing obsessed with it at the minute. I'm just seeing so many pretty cat eyes, glitters and designs with it. It's just amazing. There we go, that's a lot smoother. There we are. Right, so give them a full cure. Right, so there's those two. I think they're absolutely stunning. So now I've base coated them, I know the matte top coat's not going to pull any of the inks, so I'm going to use this Russian matte top coat from, no, it's from Shein now. They don't sell them on Temu anymore, but it is actually really, really good. It's a really affordable one as well. And at least then as well you can see what these look like matte. I always think things like marbles and that always look really nice matte. Got a bit of glitter sticking up there as well. Oh well, don't have the energy for that today. And then, okay, so right, let's take a look at these palettes. I've wanted to use this for so bloody long. I think I'm going to use that as like inside of the flowers somewhere. Come on, where's all the pinks? That's the greens. We want the pinks. Yeah, I love these little tubs because you can use them. Obviously close it, that's not going to cure, but like I say, it was driving me insane having all these little tiny palettes all over my desk. Move all that back now. That one. Yeah. Get one of these little silicone tools. Now these are all Mordda, but that one came out of oil painting, I think it was, so I think that's a slightly different texture. So I'm going to use silicone tool to get some out and put on my palette. I just find them a lot easier to clean than brushes when you come in with this Mordda gel stuff, because it is really thick, especially when you're just decanting things onto palette and making a right mess of it, aren't Dear. So I'm going to put some white. So we always need a bit of white to mix in with the other colours. Oops, I just pulled the end out of my silicone tool. Oh, we're going to get that back in now. Well, that didn't last long, did it? It's like I'm using the big one then. Where did I put that? Here we are. So I've got like that dusky pink. Put some of this peachy one on there. Let's get a bit of a vibrant one. I think some of these were, I'm putting way too much out on my palette here as well, so don't do what I do. And then I'm going to get one of these, some purples. I'm going to use that one. It's kind of like a nice pinky purple. So I think they're the neon palette. I can't even remember which ones they were for me to tell you now. Okay. And I'll use the green in a moment. Look at them, Matt. Oh, I love them. Now these are no wipe. And there's a hair in that one. Look at that whopper. Oh, dear me, it's a good start, isn't it? So, what do you think? Do I do? No. Okay. Stick to the plan. Don't change it, because that's when we end up here for hours. Okay, so because I'm painting onto these ones, I'm going to take off the tacky layer from that 6-in-1. I mean, it's not so bad when you're painting with thicker gels, because they're not going to bloom in the inhibition layer. I might give them a little buff actually, because there is like a tiny few little shards that I can feel sticking up a little bit. And that one definitely. Yeah, I'm just going to go buff these because I need to do it over me not draft excluder, what the friggin' hell am I on about? Dust collector. And it's really powerful and it just blows everything off my desk, so 2 seconds. Okay, they're nice and smooth now. We haven't got no sticky up bits. I'm just cleaning them off with a little bit of alcohol to make sure there's no dust. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the middle one till last, but I'm going to do these. So I've got this type of brush, which is multifunction brush from Varnail. They're also classed as petal brushes, things like that. So I'm going to get a little bit of white, and some of this pink. Work it through. And like I say, this is me learning how to do this. So go easy on me. So when I've seen people do it, they've kind of like press down and up. To give that shape. A little bit of, yeah, I'll cure that and then I'll do a small something there. like so. So give that a zap. Actually, where did I put it? Here it is. Yes, I got a one-stroke brush, didn't I, from Temu? Got a few Temu hauls if you like your Temu hauls. So just give that a clean off with some acetone. So let's try this. Now I've tried one stroke. Sorry if it gets a little bit extra noisy. My daughter's just gone in the kitchen and obviously washer, dryer, everything going. Do we do pink on the outside? No, I'll do white on the outside, pink on the inside. I've tried this with acrylic paints and cannot do it for the life of me. So let's try it with these. I haven't got a clue what to do with it now. I suppose that's the only problem, isn't it, with acrylic paints? You can do it, let it dry, and then carry on, but you've got to cure. Right, I'm going to zap that because I don't know what that's going to turn out to be. Okay, and then back to these. So we've got the lighter pink, so let me wipe that off there. Oh, sorry. I get some of this darker pink. I told you it's thick. And I'm going to put that through that lighter pink we made earlier, like that, and then it's not going too well, is it? It's okay, we will figure this malarkey out. Yeah, they're kind of looking like flowers. But definitely go check Nails by Sue out. She's just really good at this stuff. I honestly don't know how she does it. Okay. Nope. I'm sorry again, I've had to turn the beep back on my lamp. So I at least know I've pressed bloody cure. Need a bit more. The brush seems nice anyway. It was only about £2 something. You know when you wish you hadn't started something though. I'm sure we'll get some sort of flower out of it. We will. So let's do some of this peachy colour. So when I did them on that stick, they didn't come out that bad. So God knows what I've done this time. I actually don't even know what they are. They look like cupcakes. Let's try cleaning the brush properly. And then, now we've done that with this one, I'll use the same brush. Okay, so I want more white on this, and but I think I'm going to do something. Let's have a go with some of these. So I can get some of this purple and a bit of white. Curie. I think it's just going to be a case of trusting the process, isn't it? And just typical that nothing goes right when you're when you're on camera. Super typical. Maybe it's this paint because I used a different, I think, did I? No. Right, so while that's wet, that's it. I think it's the angle that I've put them at, isn't it? It just looks a bit odd. I'm thinking then that would be like all greenery there. They're sort of looking a bit like flowers now. Right. And then yeah, no, clean that off. Some of this paler pink. In there. It's getting in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do next on this one then is I'm going to get the greens. No, that's not the greens. This is. And I'm going to start with, I don't want them to be too crazy green, so I think I'm going to start with like this sagey green. Pull some of that through. And then just do sort of what would be the background of like the leaves filling in. There. Okay. And then while that's still wet, I'm going to go in with this lighter one. Need that much. And just gently, I don't want to press too hard, I don't want loads of it. But to just add like a little bit of depth detail. Like that. And then I'm going to cure that. Right, so this one I think I'm going to do like some sort of like daisy type of flower. So clean that off totally. Right, some white. Put that there. That one went a bit tinsel, didn't it? Yeah, just a little 4-petal one that looks cute. Like that. So it looks like the middle. Okay. Right. Let's clean that off there. And then, what one did I use? I used that one, so I'm going to just go for this last slightly lighter shade. Like that. I've got an idea, but I don't think it's going to work. But we will see. Right then. Honestly, think I might. Let me just grab something else. Right, so for this one, I don't know if I'm going to end up ruining this or not. So I'm going to get this darker pink. I don't want it to be like really fat on my brush. No, I don't like it. Let's get the one that I pull this off. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that alcohol dry that I've just used to wipe off that disaster I was attempting. Right. So to just finish these off now, I'm just gonna around here just add some of these greens in like we did before, just to look like a leafy background. And then while that's still wet, I'll go in with the lighter colours. It's the same up there, isn't it? And then I need like a nice sort of orangey yellow to go in the middle of that daisy, don't I? So I'll do that. I like that. definitely trust the process thing, isn't it? So that's that one done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base coat, and then may stick a charm or something on that one. Let's see how this next bit goes first. So I've grabbed the Fairy Balm Mordda palette, which is one that I have used a few times because it is friggin' amazing. So you could use more of a thicker base coat on there if you want, because there is texture. You could then matte top coat. Matte top coat generally sort of like flattens a design, as you've seen with the marble really. So just move that to the side. And then I'll just base coat this one, and then they can both be cured fully while we do this next bit. Right. So if you've not seen this palette, oh god, oh my god, it is, look at it. They're more like flakes. I don't know how to describe them. But I am going to get, if I can find it. Right. So I'm going to get another palette, and I am going to mix this with some mixing gel because it is really thick and really hard to paint with. Let's keep moving down. Where did I put it? There it is. So I'm going to go for these two colours here because they're just gorgeous. But see what I mean? It's like a paste. It's weird. So while I've got that on the silicone tool, and then I'm going to mix that a little bit. Honestly, if you have these palettes and you don't necessarily use them, the mixing gel, you can add a bit of base coat. That mixing gel I just find really handy. I think it was £1.70 something off Temu. It's 60ml, and you can use it for mixing colours, glitters. There's just loads of things you can do with it. And then put that one on. It is quite a handy thing actually to, and obviously it's a gel. It probably is just a base coat, to be honest, I don't know. So mix that. And honestly, I've had this on a set that I've worn myself, and I sort of created like a rough texture and then encapsulated it. Oh, it just looked insane. Look at them. Right, close that before I drop something in it. They're gonna have to go on the outside. Them in the middle. And then let's see if I can remember how to paint a bloody butterfly. Because it's probably been since last spring that I did it. Even after mixing this with that gel, it's still, if you wanted it to, you know, it'd hold its shape. So I don't have to worry like to get it exact, because I'm going to outline and stuff. Oh, then. So a little bit of a smaller bit at the bottom. I know it doesn't look much like a butterfly now, but I think I've gone too far there. That's it. And then build that bit up a bit more. Crazy, innit? But right, so there's that for now. So I'm going to cure that and then I'll be back. Right, so these these gels are tack free. I've got my CJP gel paint, which is also tack free, and we're just going to draw around those. Right, forgot to press record again. Sorry. So I've done some little pink dots on the white parts there of the butterfly wing, and then I put some little pink gems, some little caviar beads, and then I'm going to use this Born Pretty sparkling liner to just do just a couple of little so there's the flip boy. Okay, so I will top coat the, I'm going to leave those, oh, shall I do, no, No, I'm going to top coat those last 3 nails and then we will come back. And there they are. I think they turned out quite cute. They definitely resemble some sort of flowers. I don't know what flower, but they look flowery. My butterfly's a little bit questionable. I think if I'd have thought about it more and I hadn't already took like 2 years to get to where I was, I'd have like ombre'd them together, and rather than doing them in the 4 separate things, I'd have done them bigger. But I'm made up with me flowers. Like I say, I don't know what type of flower they are, but they are a flower, and that marbling with the ink looks really cool too. And I don't necessarily think that that goes, and maybe if that was glossy as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you do them glossy as well? But I just love the effect that it gives when it's matte. I've also, because I haven't got a clue if I've shown them, but I've done that with the inks as well, which I suppose resembles a rose quartz. So I'm going to be doing, my next set will be, rather than the green base, it will be the pink, but then I'm not too sure what I'm going to do on it. Is it too early for bunnies? But it looks lovely though, doesn't it? So yeah, I think that I also did that one. Don't know whether to do like a galaxy theme or, and then that one's like, yeah, oh, I can never remember what it's bloody called. But that's another gemstone. But yeah, so the next set's going to be sort of based around the pink. I don't know, like a pink and gold gemstone. Tell me your ideas, tell me what you think, what you think I should do. And yeah, like I say, I'm no expert at this. Oh my god, I can't get it off. This painting flowers thing, but I do like using my Mordda palettes. They are really good, and like I say, get the dog's got zoomies. Get the mixing gel. It opens up more options. It is quite thick, you know, if you're not using it as an ombre, or if you don't want texture, because they're dead smooth now. Obviously that one's not. That Fairy Balm one is really textured, but if you get that, it's a 60ml bottle. I've still got quite a bit left. I've had that a while. I have got another one ready for when that one goes, because I do use it quite a lot. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the set anyway. I'll speed up obviously the bits that took me forever, and yeah, let me know what you think I should do with the pink. Obviously that's going to be like the background type thing, so what colour should I put on? Should we go gold and white maybe? Not too sure. So there we go, all done. Don't forget to give me a like, comment or subscribe. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, please consider it. It costs nothing to you, but it means everything to me. They came out so much better. Oh. I've got some, I've seen Andrea doing a set as well from Pretty Little Nails, and she used the what's it called? Emboss glue. These, I've got these from Temu, and I've just not used them either, so I don't know whether to give them a try. Should we do them in the next one so we can compare? So just tell me what you want me to do on top of the pink. But yeah, so don't forget to give me a like, comment and subscribe. If you've seen any pop-ups come up throughout my video, that is me doing a shout out for a few of my members that randomly select them in every video. If they've got screenshots, that means they have a channel too, so please go check them out. If you like mine, you'll definitely like theirs. And if you would like to message me about anything, you can comment below, you can message me on Instagram, or you can email me. All of those details are in the description box, as well as plenty and plenty of discount codes to save you some money with like Born Pretty, Rarjsm, Sparkle Supplies UK, Vettsy, Varnail. Just check it out, save you some pennies. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.